Hi, I'm Tricia Fukuhara, and you are watching Character Media. I definitely was not fashion forward ever, like Nancy. Nancy is all about standing out when everyone else is trying to fit in. And I feel like when I was in high school, I think that I was standing out, but I would think I was trying to fit in. I think I was trying to always find my community of people and my support system. And I was sort of a floater. I would jump back and forth between different cliques. I'd spend lunchtime in a certain classroom with all of my honor student nerdy friends, but then I also was part of drill team, so I had my pep squad, and then I had a crush on like this little goth boy, so I try to like spend some lunch times over there, learn to play guitar to impress somebody. So I definitely wasn't like her in that way where she's like so unapologetically herself and so secure in who she was. I definitely was never that, and I'm still trying to be. I feel like I'm learning from her every day.
Pink Lady Pledge is to act cool, to look cool, and to be cool. Till death do us part. Think pink.
We would get the song sometimes a couple weeks before we would end up shooting it, and you would learn it whenever you had time. So sometimes that would mean putting in your headphones on set in between takes and learning as much as you could as quickly as possible. I think for me, the shortest turnaround was, I think maybe a few days, and we went into the studio, and then you record the song. And then from there on set, you sing, you lip sync, sometimes you do live takes, but typically I think with the way that things work technically, we usually would go with the lip syncing takes, but yeah, it was kind of a mixture of both. I've worked at pretty much every theme park in Southern California. I feel like theme park work gives you a lot of stamina. So it was definitely the perfect training grounds for something like this, where you're constantly singing and dancing and in the elements. A lot of my shows at the theme parks were outside. So you would be singing in the rain sometimes, or in fires, because California is just crazy. At some theme parks I was doing 6 shows a day, and like to keep it fresh, every single show is kind of what you're trying to do on set too. You're trying to give a fresh take, but also keep it like the same as far as a story and what you're trying to get across. And I also worked on a cruise line, which was like 70-hour weeks and living in tiny closet spaces. And I feel like anything, if you've done that, you can kind of take on the world. I feel like I respect theme park performers so much. They work so hard every day. And if you can make it there, you can make it anywhere. We definitely are always trying to pay homage to, we call it the mothership. So Grease, we're throwing references, we're honing what we call Grease energy, which is kind of like a cross between being super grounded and natural and also being heightened and kind of like musical theater. So there's different camera angles that you'll see from the original Grease, different little moments with costumes. My character in particular has a moment in the second episode where you might see something that you've seen in the original. You can see where that came from. But it's really quick, so you wouldn't notice. There's a lot of Easter eggs thrown in there. But we're bringing in new stories, new characters. You'll see some of the same characters from the original, but it's mainly about these new people and these new young women who are telling their stories about what it's like to live in Rydell High to live in Southern California in the 50s and to go to high school and to be from marginalized communities. So it's really exciting.